Hello, it's Jeremy Fisher here reading from my book, Why Do I Need a Vocal Coach? Stories, Tips and Hacks from the Studio of a Voice Expert. Help! My accompanist isn't listening. It happened to me in my first college audition as an oboist. You may not know that back in the 19th century I played the oboe and applied to the conservatoires in London, Birmingham and Manchester as a first study oboist. This was my first audition in Manchester. I had gone through the speeds with the accompanist, andante and allegro for the Bellini oboe concerto. The first movement is long phrases, and the second is a chirpy, staccato frivol. In the audition, I nearly died, and I think I mean that literally. The opening movement was so slow. I was on the floor. And I was determined to play all the phrases in one breath. I know more now. The second movement was so fast that my fingers and tongue were a blur. At just 17, I didn't know how to deal with that, but it must be said that I rise to a challenge, and I managed to get in all the notes, all the articulation, and all the breaths. I was offered one of only 3 places at the college. Dealing with an awkward pianist. Now, if that situation arises for my clients, I take time to help them deal with it. It came up today with one of my clients. She has been working away from London for several weeks and came for a wash and brush up vocal and performance session. The first 10 minutes of the session was spent talking through some of the auditions she's done between the end of the last job and that day. Although talking in a lesson might feel like a waste of time and money, it was vital that I heard what had been happening for her out in the real world. In fact, I learnt a very interesting piece of information about one of her songs. She does I'm a Woman, W-O-M-A-N, as one of her character up-tempo songs and had had a problem at the last audition. The pianist had not played the accompaniment in rhythm, and it had completely thrown her. The thing about this piano part is that there are very few notes at all in it. Most of it is silence. All it really consists of is rock stabs at the end of every 2 bars. The singer has a fast string of words, not necessarily even sung, between the stabs. Now the whole thing is in tempo, but if as a pianist you are used to playing Handel recitatives, you'll see the written rests and ignore them. Because in Handel recitatives, the rests are not there to be played or counted. They are there to make up the proper time of the bar between the notes and can be safely ignored. Before all the opera singers start writing to me, again, yes, I know that accompanied recitative with orchestra is played in tempo. But in rock music or Motown, that simply isn't the case. It's as if there's a drum beat going throughout. So the down and dirty pulse is there all the time. Think of the Diet Coke television ad with the song I Just Want to Make Love to You, and you will know what I mean. Duetting with a stranger. So back to the client. What I discovered is that she didn't know what to do if the pianist got her music wrong in an audition. This is a situation that happens a lot. After all, as an actor or singer, you are duetting with a stranger whenever you do a singing audition. There's a whole section on duetting with a stranger in the Successful Singing Auditions book. So being the good, supportive teacher that I am, I made her go through the piece again and I played as badly as I could. We decided that the problem was that the pianist did not know the piece or the style and just needed guidance. In this piece, the down and dirty rhythm is so strong that there's an easy solution. Click your fingers to the beat. If you hear the pianist doing something strange with the rhythm while you're singing, just start clicking and swinging and he should pick it up. Be sure to make it part of your character's persona. Don't just glare at him and stamp your foot. We experimented with me playing faster, slower, or arrhythmically, so that she could experience how each one felt, and how easy or difficult it was to take control and alter what was happening. As it happens, she was so secure on the speed and feel of the piece that it was very easy to follow her clicking and swinging, and all was well. I also suggested that in her 15 seconds of talking to the pianist beforehand, speed, feel, map reading advice, she added, "This piece is absolutely in tempo." We thought that would probably do the trick. Incidentally, she got the job. Sometimes you just can't tell how it's gone. One word of caution. If you do come across pianists who put their heads down and close their ears, and nothing has changed within about 5 seconds of you starting to click, there's only one thing you can do. Abandon hope. A 3-ton truck in the small of the back wouldn't shift them. Just grit your teeth and do your own thing. At least everyone else will have them too. To find out more, get yourself a copy of Why Do I Need a Vocal Coach? In ebook, paperback or audiobook format, or to work with me in person, go to bit.ly/workwithjeremy.